Yeah, yeah. Thank goodness for 9 of these.
Yeah, I know, right? Just make sure you do it in the right order.
Yeah. And obviously, I mean, eventually you'll have to do this for your 2nd degree black belt test. But I'll be honest, the 2nd degree black belt test is not as picky as the 1st degree. If for some reason you got it stuck in your head to go high, middle, low, or middle, high, low, or whatever, probably wouldn't get testy about it. You know, I probably would say, I don't care that you do that, but to stay standard when you teach it, you have to try to remember low, middle, upper, and left, right, middle. But other than that, I just think if we do it structured, and I know that word coming out of my mouth is kind of weird, but if we do it structured, then we can teach, everybody can teach it the same way. And I've known too many people personally, and too many people through stories that say, my instructor taught me like this, and this is how I do it, you know? And then a different person who trained with the same freaking people said, well, no, he told me to do it like this, you know? Well, I was told to do it this way, well, I was told to, and they both have the same teacher. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's important that Darius does things the way Darius is comfortable and it works for Darius, and Steve does things the way it works for Steve. But I think when Darius and Steve are teaching, they both need to do the same thing, regardless of what their viewpoint later on will be. Because one thing that terrifies, there's a few things that honestly, I guess I could use the word scared. A couple things that really makes me nervous or scares me about this system is that, one, it dies when I die. That one I don't want to happen. But even more so, I would definitely don't want 2 or 3 different people teaching it 2 or 3 different ways, and then it becomes a garbled mess, and Darius is teaching it this way, and Steve is teaching it this way, and you know, each of the students, say there's like, you guys have like a dozen students, and you're teaching it this way, and he's teaching it this way, and then all of a sudden, you're like, well, I like my way better, I'm splitting off and coming over here, well, I like my way better, I'm split, and then it starts becoming this, you know, my way is this way, and his way is that way, and I'm right, he's wrong. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. So if, one, it surpasses me, and I hope it does, if it surpasses me, I want there to be a standardized version of it that's taught, but I also want later, 5, 6, 7 years down the road, I want the people to be able to understand it doesn't have to be done that way now. It does when you teach it, and it does when you're learning it like that. But once you get better skilled at it, it can change to your benefit. But you still teach it this way until someone comes, until they develop the way to do better. You don't just say, well, you know, he did this, so I don't like that, so I want to do this, so we're getting rid of this. And then someone over here says, well, this kind of doesn't really, but it kind of works for me, I like this, and I'm going to stick with this. So now we got someone saying, let's do this, or heaven forbid, this is how I remember Richard teaching it.
Oh, jeez.
And then, well, I remember Richard teaching it like this. How can they both be right? You know? So, there,
I get you.
Anyway, all right. I was going to watch you do that, right? Did I watch you do that?
I did it.
You did it on one side. And then I interrupted with some weird, I don't know. All right. Yes, good, yes, yes. And I do this, and I can foresee this too. And another thing is, I don't want this stuff becoming caught.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want it becoming caught. This is an exercise that we learn for the different types of deflections that we do, right? Now, by definition, you could call this a kata because it is a prescribed set of techniques done in a particular way, which defines kata.
To a number system, yeah.
Yeah, it defines kata. But it also could be construed as an exercise, which I would prefer it to be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a word, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of bad blood when it comes to kata.
There. So we have this one here, boom, and we're deflecting that. Then two, we're deflecting it here. And then we are going to roof, wing, A-bed. And then we come down, straight down, boom, and stop it here. Straight down here and stop it. Now, I can foresee this. You know, I do it. I do it all the time. When you watch me do it, I'll sit here and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, you know, 20. You know, I do the same thing. So I honestly can't bitch if someone else does it. I mean, I'm sure you've seen me do it. I'll be going
after we've done it like 6 or 7
yeah,
times.
and then we go like this, and then okay, you know, as long as you get the idea, right? I mean, technically, I could have said, this is 1, boom, 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 this is 2, boom, 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 and this is 3, boom, 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 right? And I could have shortened it by a few, by like 7, but no. Because technically this, and this are 3 different things. I mean, they look, just distance is really the gate, I guess you could say. This would be a lower, if it goes too low, you just want here, right? Boom, you're gonna hit it here. If you could also hit the same thing with an A-bat. So there's several different ways you can do it. I could strike it down this way. I could pop it off with an A-bad, or I could use an assisted. And today we use the assisted middle with the boken. It comes in here and we're boom, we're just like this. And then they push it off and then we just slice it. Because it works the same way with a stick. Yeah. So we use the stick here. So you come down and boom. Oh, I'm sorry. Boom. No, we did wing, right? We're doing roof, right? Or I'll do this.
So, because we're here.
Okay, so boom, straight, yeah. So I'm going to sit here. I go here like this here, and then I come down, and then you assist stop, boom, and then you push it, and then I start here. So the beauty of our system is the fact that it doesn't matter what we use, it works the same way.
Yeah.
We can use the boken, we can use the joe, we can use the stick, we can use a knife, because it's the angles that count, not anything else. So when you strike, I'm going to sit here and boom, I'm here, and I push that away, I come down, boom, and you stop with that, and then you push that through, and I go ahead and pop. So let's have you do that. What the hell, I did it. You know, so I come in, boom, smack, boom, it comes in, it comes out, bam, I stop it here, and then I push, and bam, that's where you whack. Yeah. So, I figure the more weapons, well, let's try it with the Joe, just for GP. I mean, it'll work. I shouldn't say try, I should say let's do it with the Joe. But, so, I'm gonna come down, boom, boom, wham here, you come in, boom here, I pressure, and there's the nice little boom. Good, good.
I did switch hands.
Huh?
I did switch hands because I was originally.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't, yeah. So depending on, if I'm right here, and you strike and I go here, and then I go here, and now you push and I just go, bam.
Yeah.
actually like that with the Joe. I'll be
That
honest.
feels really good.
I like it.
That feels really good.
I'll be honest, I really like it. That's pretty cool. I want to do it again. So I'm here, then I'm here, and then you pop, and then I'm there. Yeah, I like that with the Joe. That works really well. We're gonna have to start working with all the weapons now. Yeah. All right. So I'll strike, roof, bam. You come back, I boom, and I push, and there it is. Bam. I like it. If I had one of my knives out, which I could grab, we'd do it with that. Anyway, yeah. All right, so you got the 20 deflections.
Yes.
Pretty well good. All right, nice. So we'll use some of them. So if you come at me with an angle 9, again, for training purposes, we generally go for the stomach.
Yes.
Again, an angle 9 can hit me in the face, can hit me in the groin. As a matter of fact, it can hit me in the knee. It doesn't matter as long as it's a straight in shot. If I'm way down here, there's a nice groin shot, there's a knee shot. If I was small enough, I hit you in the big, well, I could sit here and hit you in the big toe.
Yeah.
You know, that's still an angle 9 because I'm going in like this. So again, there's gates. We use gates. From the shoulder up is gate 1. From the shoulder to the hip is gate 2. And then everything from the hip down is gate 3. So because I like describing, sometimes when I describe techniques, if I say strike with an angle number 9 and gate 1, then that means you're going up to my face. Yeah. So you're here, you could be here, and depending on where you're at. So, but generally when we talk about angle 9, we just go straight to the stomach, just here like this. This happens. All right. So if you're gonna hit me with that angle, now if I want to